How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you. Now, before I get down to business, I do have a little quick update to give you guys in regards to my Ireland video. I have finally finished uploading all the video clips onto my desktop, and the only thing that I have to do yet is upload a few audio files and a few miscellaneous pictures and whatnot. So, the way it sits, I should be able to start putting that video together on Monday. And at this point, I'm planning to have the video released in the next week or so, give or take a few days. But just to give you guys a heads up, that video will be a lengthy one. If I had to guess right now, I'm going to say that video is going to be probably about 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. But we'll just have to wait and see after I finish putting it all together. But it will be a lengthy one nonetheless. So, despite that, though, I think you guys will enjoy this, and I think it will be worth the time to watch. So, get your popcorn ready, get your beer ready, and get ready for ND Sean 45's first full-length feature. But seriously, I think you guys will enjoy it. That trip was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to show it to you. But anyway, with that said, on to this week's preview. Now, tomorrow, the Irish will be facing off against the Brigham Young Cougars, and the Cougars are under the tutelage of head coach Bronco Mendenhall. And I give the guy credit; he is a pretty good coach, and he's done some pretty good job with that program. Now, breaking down the Cougars, they are a team that, in a way, is very similar to us. The only difference being our win-loss records. Brigham Young is a team that has a pretty solid defense, but they have kind of a Jekyll and Hyde offense, and a lot of that has had to do with the quarterback controversy that they've had. But theirs was more due to injury than us just trying to figure out who is the best to start, But so far this year, it's been a rotation for the Cougars and for quarterback between Riley Nelson and Taysom Hill, who is a true freshman quarterback. Now, it has been announced by Coach Mendenhall that he will be starting with will be starting Riley Nelson for this game because he is more experienced and he's been the more productive of the two quarterbacks. Nelson has thrown for over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. But at the same time, though, even though he's getting the start, I've just got a feeling that we probably will see 2 quarterbacks on the field for Brigham Young. Because a part of me is expecting to see Taysom Hill at some point in that game. And Taysom Hill, from what I saw in his stats, he's thrown for, I want to say, around 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks. But the thing with Hill is he is a threat to run on the ground. So, I mean, I don't really know that much about BYU or if they do use a wildcat formation, but I think that would be the appropriate time to use Hill. But that's just my opinion, so I guess we'll wait and see tomorrow. But other threats for the Cougars is running back Jamal Williams. He's ran for about 346 yards and I believe 4 touchdowns. So he is their big go-to threat on the run game. And then receiving game, they have one really spectacular wide receiver in Cody Ross, who has caught the ball for 560 yards and I believe 5 touchdowns. But another guy to look forward against on BYU is receiver Kuniqua Friel. He's been able to contribute with a good chunk of yardage, about 300 yards, I believe, and 4 touchdowns. So it's going to be up to Bennett Jackson and Kavari Russell to really step their games up and shut those guys down. Now, overall, looking at this team, this is really, I don't have that many keys to the game. There's just really one, and it's kind of basic. I have no doubt that our defense will be ready to play. They've been ready to play every single game this year. They've came in, they've delivered, they've done a spectacular job. I mean that says it all right there. So I have no doubt that our defense will be able to take care of their offense, no problem. But the one thing that is the big key for us winning this game is we have to start breaking through on offense. We have to start getting something going. I mean, now I can't really complain here because there's really been nothing to complain about. Our offense has been doing well enough, and they've been doing just enough to win. But the thing is, even with the 6-0 record and that number 5 ranking in the BCS standings, I think this offense of ours has the potential to be more of an offense that does just enough to win. You know what I mean? I mean, there's no reason why we can't have games like we did against Miami every single time. Now, granted, I know you can't score 41 points every game, but the point that I'm trying to get at is we should be able to break through more than what we have been, and we need to live up to our potential because the talent is there on that team, and I don't know if it's coaching or play calling or what, but that offense has not lived up to its full potential, and I think we're just a young group of guys just ready to break out. Now, it does fall on one thing though. I just got news, or I just saw on ESPN News that Brian Kelly it will be a game time decision at who he's going to start at quarterback tomorrow. So it's not a guarantee that Golson will start. We could see Tommy Reese or Andrew Hendricks in there. But I will say this: if it is Golson, and I can't really say that I blame Brian Kelly if he doesn't start Golson because hey, a concussion is not something you want to play around with. But if it is Golson, and if he is good to go for Saturday, one thing that I noticed last week in the Stanford game, and this is something that's got to change. This is what's, in my opinion, has made the difference in our offense, numbers-wise and performance-wise. Everett missed. Like when I went back and rewatched the game last week, Everett missed a lot of wide-open guys. And a lot of those wide-open guys he didn't even give a look to. So that's going to be the key thing if Everett does get the start in tomorrow's game, is he has to start looking at all his receivers. And, if he does start doing that and start seeing all these wide-open guys, bam, look out. We're going to have a field day. We're going to have a field day on every opponent we play if he is able to do that and look and find all his wide-open receivers that he's been missing. So that's what he's got to do, is he's got to start looking around the field more. I mean, I know it's not easy being a quarterback, especially in this system and at this university, but you have to do it. You have to really view the whole field and know where your guys are. And there's been a lot of wide open guys that he's missed, so that is something that has to change. Now, as far as the running game goes, that can only get better. We have, as I've been saying all season long, 3 very talented running backs in Wood, Atkinson, and Theo Riddick. Just got to open the holes for him. Simple as that. So really, if our offense can rise to the occasion and just have a breakthrough day, there's no reason why I don't see us winning this game pretty lopsidedly. But of course, the way that things have been shaped up this season, that's not a guarantee to happen. So, but of course, being a fan, I really don't care what the score says at the end of the day, just as long as we get the W. But I do want to see us play well, though. So, if you guys want a final score prediction, I'll say this. Given the way that our defense has been playing and how they came up big last week and haven't allowed a touchdown in 4 straight games, I see no reason why they can't make it a 5-game stretch of doing that. So, my final score prediction, based on how things stand alone right now, I'm going to say Notre Dame 21, BYU 9. That's my final score prediction. Of course, that is most likely subject to change in my eyes, but just going by the numbers, guys. But the bottom line is, I don't see any reason why we can't come in there this week and take care of business. So, with that, guys, go Irish, beat Cougars. I'm out.